Kicks 105.5 with Terry Clark, and I want to do it all. A very good morning to you. It is 10 till 8 o'clock, and as we do on Hump Day Wednesday, we have Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. I had some odd questions. That's been my new thing, asking guests that we have in here that do interviews odd questions.
I'm not telling you the color of my underpants or anything like that. Just
actually,
so you know.
It's weird. It's weird you say color, because that was one of my questions is, growing up as a kid, everybody used to say, oh, don't buy like a bright red car because your insurance will be more. It's not that your insurance will be more. You're more apt to get caught by police officers because your car is very, hey, look at me. And then, of course, that gun goes quickly to your vehicle. And, is it true that, do you know statistics at all that people with faster cars or colored cars like bright red get more attention and have a tendency of getting more tickets, which then makes your insurance go up?
Do you know that I honestly have not seen that?
Really? Okay.
And it doesn't mean that it's not there. It certainly could be.
But it's not
I've been doing
big
this
enough.
I've been doing this for, 8 years now or so. And I've not yet seen the red car syndrome really
Is that what it's called?
in. I don't know.
No,
That's what I'm labeling it now.
Right now, everybody's like, hey, red car syndrome.
Change approved.
I'm going to Google that up right now.
But, what it comes down to for cost of insurance is the industry standard is the ISO ratings, which is the insurance service offices who have statistical data that's garnered from a combination of average cost to repair vehicles and a bunch of other components for these vehicles, probability of theft and things like that, and they assign a symbol, and that's really how
Working with the
ratings work.
government, Big Brother's watching.
Not the government, ISO.
No, I said they're working with the government.
Oh, I'm sure.
You just don't know that.
I don't know that.
So let's say you did have a red car, you speed a lot, you get caught a lot. For some reason, your insurance lapsed. Then that would be something that you would need to have SR22 for?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're pulled over during a lapse of insurance, even if it's a very short time
Literally
and
a day.
accidental, you're now required to carry a financial responsibility, aka SR22.
That professional term is called pooched. Done did the dog. Pooched. So an additional cost for SR22, what does that run?
$25 a policy period with most companies.
$25 a policy period. So only $25 for like 6 months?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like a lot of money.
It's not. It's the infraction that led to the SR22 that's a lot of money.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And if it's just driving while not being insured, really not much of an infraction there, so you wouldn't see a large sway in cost.
Well, and then that would be my next question. How much does insurance go up past that juncture?
Yeah.
And that would have to do with more of the infraction rather than the SR22.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
See?
And if men are from Venus and women are from Mars, or men are from Mars and women are from Venus, insurance companies are from Pluto.
I'm making sense of this all because I'm going to get a part-time job over there.
There you go.
I've seen the luxury life that you live.
Oh, yeah. My caviar and one of those dreams that Robin used to talk about.
Oh,
caviar
man.
dreams.
Lifestyles of the rich and Barrett Insurance Agency employees. Why not have enrollment fees be like $10? That way you don't have this $500 to sign up. It's like $10, and then people pay it over a period of time. Do you think that you'd have less people driving around without insurance?
If it was less expensive to get into it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that...
I'm sure there's a reasoning there. You don't want to get into that, do you? Okay.
No. I honestly, that's a hard one to dissect. Why do people let their insurance go? Is it because they get a quote and they're fearful of that initial expense? Possibly. Most companies do have if you're doing like a monthly payment plan, or if that's the choice you have, a lot of times you have to pay the first 2 months, which becomes a lot more than what you're maybe accustomed to. And so...
Are you nodding towards me?
No, no.
Well, here's my biggest question. I was having this conversation with my mother the other day about the fact that we did buy new vehicles, and my daughter was in an accident. And she was also in an accident, completely not her fault. But she lives in Michigan, and they have a thing called no-fault law. And do you know what no-fault law is? Because you're in Vermont, you may not know what it is.
I do, because it's certainly something that we were aware of. New York and Massachusetts have that as well.
Okay, so I'm driving in New York. some idiot who doesn't have insurance, beat up vehicle, crashes into me, my insurance is going to cover me if I have that right type of policy. If I don't have that right type of policy, then it's lose-lose all the way around.
What do you mean right type of policy?
But my mother said that she couldn't get herself the right type of physical therapy because it wasn't covered under her policy. The other person didn't have insurance.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, there was all these like voids in, we know about voids in insurance.
Yes.
So how do you insure yourself? Because when I say full coverage, in my mind, that means full coverage.
Which is one of the reasons why I try to stay away from ever saying that.
Okay.
Because full coverage does make you believe you have everything.
Yeah.
And there were so many components of
It's
these
like
policies
saying
that
a
you
happy
may
marriage.
not want.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's not real.
Marriage.
It's
Did
not.
I just say exactly to that without even thinking? I hope my wife's not listening. I'm in trouble.
Nobody listens to this radio station. It's okay.
Oh, good.
No, but when you run into people that really want to have a broad coverage and really want to be covered for all things, you don't say, this is all inclusive. This is
never.
This is the wham bammy.
I name specifically what you're getting.
Yeah, you break it down, and not only do I know that from you saying that, but I actually went to you and we discussed getting insurance policies for myself and my family with our 2 new vehicles with Barrett Insurance Agency in St. Johnsbury.
And you're the perfect storm, by the way, if I could just cut you off quickly.
I'm the perfect storm.
You are the perfect storm. So here we go. So an accident occurs. You then say, well, let's go get 2 new vehicles and let's get different insurance. It's like mushroom cloud. Whoa! That's not necessarily the recommended way of doing it. For you, it's working, hopefully. But I just thought that was worth pointing out that may not be the opportune time to switch unless you're so dissatisfied with your carrier that you want to. And at that point, it makes absolute sense. But it does initially pose a little bit of a challenge to some of the other carriers that are courting you of sorts.
Well, believe me, nobody's courting me.
So if I had one recommendation in your mom's case, so medical payments is available on auto policies, and they're not legally required. It's totally optional. Do any of our clients carry a policy without medical payments?
Yes.
Not unless they specifically request it, because we quote it every single time.
And you break it down and you tell them, okay, this is what I recommend to you. Whether they take it or not, that's a different situation. But the fact that people think that they get this all-inclusive, it's not all-inclusive. Go back and look at your policy, and I'll tell you right now, I thought I was covered because I paid out the nose, and I was not covered. So the way for you to really find out is to break out that insurance policy.
Really?
Whether it be for your auto or your home.
Really?
Go down and see Mike Barrett Insurance Agency. I'm not saying your company. I'm saying you are like the savior.
No, I'm not. I was saying really
insurance.
I was saying really, are you telling people to read their policies? Are you crazy?
Well, and it's one of those like only they read them after the fact. And after the fact,
it is, yeah.
Way too late.
It's hard. It's hard because at that moment of loss, you want coverage. You want protection. You want that safety net. And that's a totally different mindset than you had when you first purchased the policy. So it's really hard. It really is. That's why we try to be as informative up front. And for your mother, medical payments with a high limit would have helped her out.
Okay. If you'd like to know more about these things, because each different, particular aspect or facet of insurance really has a life of its own, and you need to talk to somebody who is well-informed, like Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency in St. Johnsbury. You can call him up at...
I just don't know what to say, all these great endorsements from you. 748-5224. Visit our website, thebarrettagency.com. We're on Portland Street. You can also check out our YouTube, Facebook, and Google Plus page. Barrett Insurance Agency.
I mean, I want to say something negative about you, but I mean, let's be honest. Your kid is cute. Your dog is cute. Your wife is cute. You even smell nice and you dress well. I mean, what? I got nothing.
I'm just really glad that the cute discussion stopped with my wife and didn't continue to me. So
your wife is very...
Otherwise, these would have been phone-ins from now on.
Homely. No. Once again, thank goodness she doesn't listen to the show.
Thank you. I think she is this morning. We're both in trouble.
All right, buddy. You take care. Look forward to seeing you next Wednesday.
All righty.